Hey everybody, welcome to the 2019 WNBA Playoffs Game 2 preview for the Connecticut Sun and the Los Angeles Sparks. Got our starting lineup here and our fake coaches from NBA 2K20. Hopefully the real coaches get scanned in or get put in the game soon. Um, These are just 1 minute quarters. And I want to talk about Game 2 because I think that it's going to be another close game. I think that these teams are going to be, like I've said before, this is probably the toughest series to choose who's going to win because these teams are pretty evenly matched. If you look at the regular season, they really were evenly matched. I mean, points per game, they were both basically right at 80 points per game on average. Field goal percentage, the Sparks are slightly better, but right at 42, 43%. Their three-point percentage, again, Connecticut shooting 35.5%, Los Angeles shooting 34. If you look at their free throws, that's kind of a slight disparity because Connecticut is literally the worst free throw shooting team in the league at 70%. That's 5% below the Atlanta Dream. So that's where I think the Sparks can try to take advantage, is getting this team to the foul line. Rebound-wise, again, you're looking at about 25 rebounds a game the defensive rebounds that these teams average. Total rebound percentage is also very, very close. Connecticut's second place at 36.8, and the Sparks 34. So not a ton of separation there. They both pass pretty darn well. They're kind of middle of the pack, but they're both about 18, 19 assists a game. So, and they also are right almost, it's a dead heat for turnovers. I mean, they turn the ball over about 14 times a game each, on average. They can both play a decent kind of run game, as far as I think the Suns still like to be a team in transition. The Sparks can do a little bit of both. And they obviously were good teams in the regular season with, steals. They were decent in, blocks. The plus minus on both these teams is almost a dead tie. 2.9, 2.8 for the Sparks, 2.9 for the Sun. And so what we see is, I think, two very seemingly evenly matched teams. You have ESPN media really kind of slandering Jasmine Thomas as she's sitting there in the media booth during the Aces Mystics game, or before their game, and they're talking about the Sun being just a bunch of role players. They don't have stars. They don't have. They're crafty, and she's sitting right there just going, oh, okay, they don't have the star of, Candace Parker or Brianna Stewart or whatever. And you could tell that she held her tongue. And it is difficult when you look at the Sun and they have the players that can play, but they don't seem to get the recognition. I think Jonquel Jones has been the star of this team as far as recognition, awards. I think that she can really, every single game that she plays in, she's the key to this team. I think that, again, for 2 or 3 years now, Kurt Miller has had a system of a team in transition, bad defense there on my part. But I think I get the block. Yeah, I eventually get the block with Sakina Strickland. Oh, also about the audio, I want to say that there's no audio in this game because 2K20 does not allow you to export the audio. They don't want, copyrighted songs accidentally getting played on YouTube, which is stupid. At least give me the game audio. Come on. Anyway, So Alyssa Thomas going to the line. I think I missed both these free throws. But for the Sparks, well, to go back to my original point, Kurt Miller has a system of every single player averaging 10, 12 points a game, all the starters, and they all seem to just pass the ball well. They all work really well as a unit. They all work really well together. They know each other. This is a group that has been together and has fought through injuries, fought through a little bit of everything. And so I think that this is a team that can go far in the playoffs. I think they can get to the finals. I think they can win this series, and they can and should win this series, only because the Sparks are, I think, a little bit older. They have been in the playoffs a lot more the last several years, obviously winning the championship against the Lynx. I think that they have, and this is an interesting replay, that the announcers during this replay were talking about how the refs, we all want the refs to get the right call, and it's just kind of funny given how crappy the officiating has been. But essentially what we see is a bunch of we see a bunch of players for the Sun who know what they're doing, know how to play together, and they get it done. This is a good team. This is a very, very good team. I don't think that anyone can count this team out on any given night. The Sparks also, very, very good team. They have had a ton of talent. You have Candace Parker, who's won the MVP, won the Rookie of the Year. You've got Chelsea Graves, one of the best point guards in the league. You've got the Agumake sisters, who are so good. And I just really think that both these teams are evenly matched, and that's why it was close in game one, and I think it's going to be close in game two. But what I want to see out of this game is I want to see the Stars come out, and like in the Aces Mystic series, I want to see both teams just play really, really hard, and I want the officiating to improve. But I'm expecting another big game out of Alyssa Thomas. I'm expecting a lot out of Jasmine Thomas. I'm expecting a lot of Courtney Williams because she played really, really well. Her dad came to the game. He showed up. He hyped her up. Everybody was hyped. Courtney Williams is a very good young star in this league. She was, I think, been underrated. I can't believe the Mercury gave her up for nothing. And it's going to be really exciting to see what she can do in these playoffs. I think she can be the breakout star of this year's playoffs. And so what I want to essentially see in game two is I want to see the home team take advantage of the home crowd. I want to see everybody play well. I want to see John Cole Jones hit a few three-pointers. I want to see defense, but I think that both these teams are going to play really, really hard, and offensively they're going to be ready to play. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think just like the Aces Mystic series, it's going to come down to who makes the fewest mistakes and who can really keep it together for the whole, all four quarters. Those players that can keep their cool, hit their free throws like we did there, I think they're going to win the game. So I think the Sun come out in a close game. I think they win the series. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is going to win the series? Who do you think is going to win game two? Who do you think is going to be MVP of game two? Let me know in the comments. Let me know on Twitter. And we will talk to you later. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And we will see you later, guys. Bye.